What's up, guys? Welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're doing a deck profile on One Piece of the leader Bella Betty. Now Bella Betty's obviously ability is to trash a Revolution Army card, and then up to 3 Revolution Army cards or triggers that you've got out at that moment in time. You can gain 3,000 power during this turn. So obviously, you want to be this deck is going to obviously be around either red and yellows, either Revolution Army or triggers. So obviously, you're running a lot of triggers and Revolution Army in this deck. So just because obviously it's red and we want to get stuff in there quick. So we're going to use Vivi in there, which is ability 3 or characters with cost of 3 or more for red gain rush, which will be very handy down the line when you're getting lots of your Revolution Army cards out and wanting to attack quick, because obviously you can then connect that with Bella Betty's ability to add 3,000, so then activate all the Revolution Army abilities. Then we're going to also use 4 of Ingram, so obviously, and then search for VP from using looking at the top 5 cards of your hand, so that can be very handy. So moving on to the actual Revolution Army cards, using 4 of Ivankov with Bella Betty's ability putting it over its amount needed, that is 7,000 power more. You can play a Revolution Army type card for 5,000 less from your hand, as long as it's not itself, which can be very handy. We use 4 of the stage Revolution Army HQ, which allows you to trash a card from your hand and look at the top 3 cards, looking for Revolution Army card, and then adding it to your hand, and then placing the rest of the bottom. So basic searcher. But obviously, most of your deck is Revolution Army, so you're most likely going to find one anyway, which can be very handy. Also using 4 of Cola? I can never pronounce her name. And then obviously, her ability is if your leader is Revolution Army, which in this case Bella Betty is, you can give one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000. So on top of adding 3,000 to your 3 characters, you've then taken 3,000 off one of your opponents, as well as having being a low cost, which can be very handy. So also using 4 of Lindbergh. Once Bella Betty's ability, adding 3,000 onto his onto his power. Once attacking, his ability activates, and then if it has 7,000 power or more, you can KO one of the opponents with 3,000 or less power. Now, some decks obviously won't be using 3,000 or less, because I know a lot of decks have more. So it's a higher tier, but this is more beginning place card when you're using your 1s and your 2s, which are like 0s, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, around that. So that's more beginning place of the match. Alright, so you got Bella Betty as the leader. So then we're going to use Bella Betty as the character, which is just a basic searcher, like the top 5 cards of your deck. Build one of your Revolution Army cards, put in your hand, and then put them onto your deck. Very simple. Then you also use Morley. Once again, with Bella Betty's effect, adding 3,000, puts it over to its power it needs. So if it adds 7,000 more, opponent can't use blockers, which can be very handy when trying to go for leader and get to the end game. Last for the reds, we also use Cassiu. If the leader is Revolution Army, which obviously Bella Betty is, you give one up to your opponent's leader or character minus 5,000 this turn, and then that's on play, and then when attacking, you can do the exact same thing if it has 7,000 or more. So basically, finding that with VV, you can then take down 2,000 of a single character or leader, which then makes it easier for your lower attackers. So such as putting Burly Betty up to 5,000 and then able to attack a 5,000 leader can be very handy. Alright, so obviously this is a red and yellow deck. So moving on to the yellow cards. These are all triggers, obviously to help with the Burly Betty effect. So we've got Satori, which you can trash a card, which trigger is trash a card from your hand to play this card, and other than that, it's a vanilla. But can be very handy because obviously if it's in your prizes, other than that, you get it near to the beginning, can be very good to have straight away. Also using 2 Sanjis, which is a blocker, which trigger is also trash a card from your hand to play this card. I'm going to use as well, let's just move these down slightly so I can fit these all in. 4 Charlotte Crackers, which adding which trigger is, once again, trash a card from your hand to play this card. Its ability is, if you have less live cards than your opponent, by putting a doll on this card, this gains double attack plus 1,000 power. So 6,000 and can attack twice. So not a bad card. Indeed. And then the last 4 cards is Shirahoshi. Vanilla 0 power. Oh, sorry, not vanilla. I can see the ability. On play, draw 3 cards and then trash 2 from your hand. And then the trigger is just simply play this card, which then puts it back into its ability anyway. So you then draw 3 and trash 2. So obviously using Burly Betty's ability, you want to be getting these cards out, or using ability to get the power up to then get the activate all these different abilities. Because the ideal board I think you're wanting is VV out, so you've got 3, so you're 3 or more can attack. Having them Vankoff down as well, so you can add more character of 5,000 or less. Having a Cracker down, because obviously, as I said, it can affect triggers. So then now it's put up to a 9,000 in double attack if you've got less Don. And then maybe Morley, because obviously it stops blockers. And then, can't fit that in, but let's move them along. So it's Hasu. So obviously they take each turn. Well, first turn when played, obviously can take 2,000 away and then take 1,000 off every turn after that. So I think that, in my opinion, might be the ideal board. But obviously there is different ways you can play this deck. So obviously that is up to you. Because for example, you could swap out one of them and use Lineberg instead to take opponents 3,000 less power cards. So that is the deck. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope to do some more One Piece decks. I'm in the middle of updating my Nami deck. As I've been saying for the last good couple of videos, I have been editing this. The problem obviously is you see someone else's video or opinion of it, and then they're just like, no, you don't want this, you want to add this, and kind of thing. And then it's just like making it your way kind of thing instead of just copying someone's deck. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Lightning with the Memory of the Eyes of Blue. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you later.